When an INFJ is hurt, you might never know. They won't lash out, they won't make a scene, and they won't tell you how deeply they're bleeding inside. Instead, they'll quietly retreat into their own world, trying to heal wounds that words can't describe. In this video, we'll explore 10 things INFJs do when they're deeply hurt, but won't ever admit. 1. They disappear without a word. When an INFJ feels deeply wounded, their first instinct is to vanish. They don't do it to manipulate or punish you. They do it because they need silence to survive the emotional chaos inside. Disappearing gives them time to process, reflect, and rebuild the pieces of themselves that were shattered. If an INFJ suddenly goes quiet, it's rarely because they stopped caring. It's because they care too much. 2. They pretend. Everything is fine. INFJs are masters of emotional disguise. Even when they're breaking inside, they'll smile, laugh, and keep helping others like nothing happened. They believe showing pain makes them vulnerable, and vulnerability in the wrong hands feels dangerous. So instead of expressing how they truly feel, they bury their emotions deep down, hoping the storm will pass quietly. 3. They overanalyze every word and memory. After being hurt, an INFJ replays everything in their mind like a movie they can't turn off. They dissect every conversation, every facial expression, every tone, searching for clues about why things went wrong. This mental overdrive isn't about obsession, it's about closure. INFJs need to understand what broke their trust before they can even think about moving on. 4. They start building emotional walls. INFJs love deeply, but once hurt, they protect that love fiercely. They start creating invisible walls, not out of coldness, but out of fear. They'll still be kind and compassionate, but they'll no longer let you close enough to hurt them again. For an INFJ, rebuilding trust takes time, and once lost, it rarely returns to what it was. 5. They journal or write in secret. INFJs often turn to writing when they're hurt. They pour their emotions into journals, poetry, letters they'll never send, anything that helps them release the heaviness they carry. It's their way of speaking the truth without confrontation, of healing without exposing their vulnerability to anyone else. 6. They distance themselves emotionally. Even if they can't cut someone off physically, INFJs will quietly start detaching emotionally. They'll stop sharing their inner world, their thoughts, their dreams. It's not revenge, it's self-protection. To them, emotional distance feels safer than pretending the connection still feels the same. 7. They become extremely empathic toward others. When INFJs are hurting, something paradoxical happens. They often become more compassionate toward others. They'll throw themselves into helping people, listening to friends, or volunteering. By healing others, they try to heal themselves. But deep down, this can also be a way to distract themselves from their own pain. 8. They lose interest in things they once loved. When INFJs are deeply hurt, the world loses its color. They may stop reading, drawing, writing, or doing the little things that once brought them joy. It's not depression exactly, it's emotional exhaustion. Their inner world feels heavy, and until they process the pain, nothing feels truly meaningful. 9. They create scenarios in their mind. INFJs often escape into their imagination when reality becomes too painful. They'll create alternate realities where things ended differently, where people apologized, where the hurt never happened. It's not denial. It's a form of emotional recovery. In their mind, they try to rewrite the story just long enough to find peace with how it truly ended. 10. They forgive quietly, but never forget. Eventually, INFJs will forgive. Not because they're weak, but because they understand that holding on to anger only poisons their soul. However, forgiveness for them doesn't mean reconciliation. They might still smile and wish you well, but something inside has permanently changed. Once an INFJ learns what someone is capable of, they never see them the same way again. INFJs might not admit when they're hurt, but their silence, distance, and quiet resilience speak louder than words ever could. They heal in solitude, forgive in silence, and come back stronger than before. If you're an INFJ, which of these signs do you relate to most when you're deeply hurt? Share your thoughts below. And don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives into the INFJ mind.